What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Flash After Show here at theStream.tv. There have been some changes, as you can see. So now, tonight, joining the wonderful Devon Stewart.
Hello, dear.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, we're going to go British, and we're going to go American for Jack Hind. We're going to go American. He's British. You're American tonight. Can you do it?
No.
No?
No, now you put me on the spot. I'm not going to do it. No.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. I'm Adam Kruger. That's Carolina Bonetti, and we are we're joining you guys. So holy crap, what an episode! Earth-2. We've got to talk about this. We're jumping right in. We have to jump right in, guys. Let's start right away with Stuck in Earth-2. Okay. So basically, I love the whole scene at the beginning with Iris and Barry talking. And they kind of have this opening up moment. I want to know, you guys at home, did you catch maybe that there's possibly the flame rekindling there? Guys, what did you think?
Of course it is, man. Patty gone, bye Patricia, and then Eddie been gone. So I know right now she just knocking the dust off. She like, Barry, where you at? And now we got two worlds colliding. West Allen all day. And guys, check note of this. Bam. You see these fingers? You see these fingers? Hashtag West Allen, baby. Bam! What's up?
That's on Earth-2, not Earth-1, which is the Earth that we really care about. So.
No.
West Allen ain't happening.
No, on Earth-1, did you see that? He was all like, I love you and Joe. No, he was saying, I love you, Iris. He was saying, it came out.
I love the moment. I love the fact that it kind of, that she was trying to make him basically be like, listen, don't run away from your problems, and he was reassuring her that he loves his life there, and then, of course, he throws out the I love you. I know.
I love you guys.
He did say I love you guys.
I love you guys.
He did say that.
I don't know why Jack is so against West Allen. Just let it happen. Jack, let it take you over, okay?
Because it's so expected. It's what we're waiting for, and it's like, I don't want what we want right now, if you know what I mean? Like, that's a given. We know it's going to happen at some point. So they can either give it to us right now and start developing on it and letting us enjoy the Barry-Iris relationship, or we can just let it happen. Let's just stop going, West Allen, West Allen, West Allen, West Allen. They know that we want it, so why don't we just be a bit patient and just wait for it? I'm still upset that Patty's not here.
Hold on a second, because I agree with the whole Patty being gone thing. It was fun and it was good. I think every relationship needs to have, you know, the past relationships to kind of build from. I think, personally, and I want to know what you guys think at home, I love this build-up. I love the fact that it's kind of a cat and mouse thing, and we're not cat and mouse, but I love.
So no, I don't think it is at all.
But they're built. What I'm saying is they're letting it kind of marinate, and they're waiting for us to finally, when it does finally pay off, I think it's going to be huge. That's what I think. My personal opinion.
This episode, besides the one when they kissed, obviously in the tidal wave back in episode 15 of season 1. Besides that, what initiative have we really had that shows them that they're about to become a couple?
Well,
besides
it's not that they're about to be. It's just it's the tension between them. It's there. You can see it. It's underlying and it's building. And I'm excited to see. And I want you guys to let us know what you think. But I'm excited to see when it does finally come to fruition.
I'm not saying I'm not excited. I just think at the moment we're going to see a lot more Barry and we're going to see a lot more Iris as they help each other as friends before they. I see what you mean by having that little underlining there. But I also think that's just because we subliminally know that underlining is always going to be there. But what I want to see at the moment is watch Barry evolve, watch Iris evolve, and then I don't think they're at the point yet where they can even come close to being together. There are so many differences between this Barry and Iris that we have here. I'm not talking about the comics right now, I'm talking about the TV show that we have. Could you imagine them two trying to be in a relationship right now?
Yes.
They would be, and I know you can, they would be at each other's throats constantly, and that's where I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting for them to build as individuals. Just because that's what I believe should happen in a relationship. You should both be 100% individuals before you can give each other else 100%.
Jack's giving good relationship advice right here. He's laying it on.
No, don't take relationship. No, I don't want you to take relationship advice from me. I just want to. I get it. I love your enthusiasm on seeing West Allen. But do you know what I want to see? I want to see West. I want to see Allen as Bohemus, and then I want to see West Allen, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Tell us what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below. Also, tweet at us using the hashtag #TheFlashAS.
Devon's gonna kill
if we could get a little zoom in here on Devon, he's about to explode. I think he might be about to vibrate into Earth-2.
But think about it. If you had that now, West Allen were together, you're going to be happy about it?
Devon, West Allen, it's okay forever.
It's okay.
Baby.
It's okay.
Forever.
It's okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Okay. So
You made my contacts dry out, Jack.
Yeah, it's falling out.
I think one
it's
just
falling
popped out.
Oh no!
It just did.
What do we do at times like this? Can you
I put it back in. That's what I do. I put it back
put
in.
him on a close-up when he's putting his contact in.
Oh.
Right, let's get back to it.
Okay, let's yeah. Okay, so I want to talk. Okay, so we're kind of building up here. We're gonna break down the whole show. We have Harry talking to his little Stardate SG-1 situation, and he's leaving his message for Jesse. And what I thought was really cool about it was the fact that he's finally going, "Hey, I'm coming for you, and I'm not alone." So we know that he's not.
He's part of the team now. He's a team player now.
He's really being a team player. I mean, did anyone think before this happened that maybe he was gonna flip flop and basically double agent it again?
I said this from the beginning. Harrison Wells was a good man, okay? I know you don't believe me. I know you're busy sorting out your contact right now.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm not getting dirty evils, which is a good thing from Devon. Harrison Wells was a good man at the beginning of this episode, and I understand that what he had to do in order to save his daughter, okay? I respect that. But now, what has he done? He's pulled a full circle, and he realizes, right, this is where my strength lies right now. My strength is in numbers, and this is how we're going to defeat Zoom. So, I'm so happy Harrison Wells is not an asshole.
I'm with you on that. You guys let us know what you think. We have what's a? You want to say something?
I was going to disagree. I think that he's going along with it for now because he thinks it's gonna play to his strengths. But he told Barry at the beginning of this episode, "Don't get involved. Don't go after those people. They're different people than the people you know." Of course, Barry did it anyways. Harry's not having it. I don't know if on episode 2.
Wait, that's Barry's fault, not Harrison's fault.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that Harrison Wells told Barry, like, yeah, we're back. These are the rules. Find Zoom. Find my daughter. And Barry instead got involved with Iris and Joe and that whole shenanigan. And now Harrison Wells has been proved right. And is he going to flip-flop to do whatever he can to save his daughter and screw Flash?
Okay, we
Don't
just
trust the man in
skipped
the
all the
wheelchair.
way ahead.
Sorry.
He ain't in a wheelchair. The guy walks fine.
So okay, so
You good, Devon?
I'm good now.
You back in?
I'm
You
good,
okay,
but I'm gonna
buddy?
give you one more crazy outfit. Say something crazy.
Didn't you learn from the first one?
Just saying, he was pulling up some emotions in me,
He
Jack.
pulled out your contact lens.
He
is
did.
what he did.
You vibed out my contact
He
lens.
pulled out his
Okay?
contact lens.
I appreciate it.
That just-
But we did get a good taste of West Allen
Yes, we
in
did.
Earth-2, and I loved it. And I wish Barry would have stopped being so awkward with it and just go ahead and take your married wife, Iris, home real quick and consummate this marriage.
But they run.
His wife!
Okay. Hold up. We didn't even get there yet. We get to Earth-2. The portal breaks, guys. Did anyone think we were gonna get stuck? I know. We want to talk about the whole.
Yeah, I
episode.
mean-
we'll get there. I promise.
We gonna be back. Like, I'm not worried about. You gotta build the tension. We gonna be back though. But that wormhole though, is that what's called? The wormhole?
Yes. I want to talk about that.
Yes.
The tunnel.
The way they're like, if it's not closed in 48 hours, close it. It's like, there's one breach left. You guys are looking at it. Like, how about in those 48 hours you set up some kind of security system that will prevent anybody from coming through? And the fact that it's broken is like, they're not going to be trapped there forever. You guys will just fix it later. So they can still come through. It's just don't close it up right away.
But let's talk about what they saw as they were going through before everything broke and how we had the Flash actually speed them through. Okay, Barry had to speed them through, which led me to wonder how Harry got there in the first place because he doesn't have speed. Did Zoom throw him through? Did he take him through on the other side? How did he get through? Remember, you need the Speed Force to get through.
This is true.
So that's what I was thinking, and I want to know what you guys think at home. Let us know.
Well,
but how did Harry get in the first time?
When he hit Grodd through, Grodd didn't have to go through at any speeds. He just did the Mark punch to push him through.
But he did that using the speed. So my question is, did Zoom send Harry through, or did Harry just find a way to come through? How did he get through? Because when they went into Earth-2, Barry had to use the Speed Force to get through the portal, remember?
Oh, yeah, but hold on. The whole reason Harry went back in the first place was to get Flash's speed. So, yeah, Zoom took him back in the first place.
So this is what we're saying.
That's
is that
my...
Zoom
Yeah,
took him
because that's
through.
why they're working together, not so much anymore. But the reason Zoom sent Harry into Earth-1 in the first place was so that he could collect Jesse's speed... collect the Flash's speed.
The Flash's speed. Okay, so fine. We're good on that. Let us know if you
Yeah?
guys think that. I think so. I'm not 100% sold on this.
Neither am I, but that's my own theory and assumption right now. So I
Okay.
feel like that pretty much works. Otherwise, you're right. Because you still think that he's Johnny Quick, and maybe he could have used the Velocity 6 speed formula to inject himself real quick, boom, fly through, and then it wears off again. So I mean, there's countless variable options for it to have happened.
We will see what we will see. We will see.
We will
Time
see.
will tell. Okay, so they get their
Time will
steampunk
tell.
50s future
Ha,
vibe.
I got
Earth.
that.
See, thank you.
I got that.
Thank you. So Earth-2's got this steampunk 50s vibe. We like it. We're chilling. Guys, the discussion's really, we're getting heated already. And I like it. And I like it. Quick little shout out to The Flash and The Flash Facts, discussing the TV show Lenses Group. There, dude, we love you. Almost 9,000 members. We got a picture of that.
More
so if you guys want,
11,000 now.
Is it 11,000?
11,000.
Shoot, you know. Go ahead and
That's an old
That's an
photo.
old photo. Go ahead and go ahead and join that. We talk about all sorts of amazing things there. Let's move on to Mr. and Mrs. Allen. Devon, I know you want to talk about this.
I do.
I know you want to
But
talk
I
about
know,
this.
because I know the people watching right now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, in the tunnel, we saw Arrow.
Oh, yes.
We saw the Flash shoot with the white symbol. We saw Supergirl. We saw maybe Gorilla Grodd or Ultra Human Knight. We don't know which one. We saw the mystery man with the gun. He kind of looked like Indiana Jones. I don't know
Yeah.
who that was.
Kind
I
of
don't know
look
who
with
that
Jonah
was.
Hex-ish.
Yeah, maybe Jonah
might have been
Hex.
And the
Jonah
only
Hex.
reason I say Jonah Hex is because obviously he's coming to Legends.
Uh-huh.
So possibly it could have been him. Whatever you guys know, hit us
And
up.
then-
I'm on the YouTube chat right now.
Carolina actually saw the last one. I couldn't make out the last dude with the circle in his face. Who do he look like?
I think it's Black Mantis from like the old school Super Friends. Remember he used to have that little That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it looked like.
But how would he come into play in this? in my
Because
opinion?
Atlantis is real here, and Black Manta
Oh,
is Aquaman's
yes.
#1
Point.
enemy.
Good point. Didn't think about that one.
Oh, nerd cards.
Yeah, well played, well played.
Pulled it right out.
You did. You laid the
You
nerd
did.
card on
You
me.
did.
And
that was
can
it.
we talk
You slapped him
about
across the face with it, is what you did.
Can we talk about Mayor
really.
Snart though? Can we talk about Mayor Snart though? I didn't vote you in the office. He didn't vote you in the office. How did this happen?
We also don't know if it's Leonard Snart. It could be his pops. We don't know
true.
because
That's
as you
just as
saw
bad.
in one of the other long couple episodes ago, they referred to Earth 2 with it being Robert Queen. Robert
Robert
Queen
Queen
dead,
is the
wasn't
one.
he?
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
Oliver's dad
No,
instead.
Robert is, yeah, he's the Arrow.
Robert's the
Robert's the Arrow. Yeah,
Oliver's
Robert's
dead.
the Arrow.
Oliver's dead on
Oliver's
Earth
dead.
2.
That was it.
Yeah.
So I'm possibly thinking it could be same thing. And we've got to remember, a Snart isn't necessarily bad in Earth 2. A Snart could be a good guy.
Well,
So-
here's the thing. We also saw,
mayor.
what's his name? The guy who is the other...
Tokamak.
The other...
Tokamak.
Yeah,
Tokamak.
The other
Tokamak.
half.
Henry
the other
Hewitt.
half of Firestorm.
Firestorm
Exactly.
didn't
And
work.
he
On
had
Earth 1,
absolutely
he
no-
was evil,
yeah.
and on Earth 2, he was good. Everything's flip-flopped. You've got Detective West being Iris instead of Joe.
Which was cool.
Which
I like
was,
that.
I thought that was pretty
I
dope.
thought that was cool.
I love
She's
that
hot.
they busted out.
I'm sorry, we're throwing a girl in charge like that. Right, we're just, you can, like, I apologize for, like, just
It's
being
all
the
right.
guy moment right now, and ladies, you can vent with Carolina, but damn, that woman throwing around orders like that, I was like, yes, you tell me to do what you
She
like.
said, here, come over here. We need to take a break real quick. I said, ooh.
That's right, okay, that was a bit much, wasn't it? And then they just go home and then she just rips her clothes off like as soon as she walks
That's
in the front
normal.
door. I mean, I won't complaining, but what do you mean that's normal?
Yeah, that's
Most
actually
women,
very
when they
normal.
go home, like the first thing they do is like pants off.
No, but at
Not
the front
shirt
door,
off, but-
like
Yeah,
she took her
yeah,
coat off,
yeah.
hung it up on the
You
coat
close
hanger.
And then the
that
shirt
door
was
and
off. Yeah,
everything
no,
comes off.
that doesn't...
They just do like that Jim
The
Carrey
Bruce
movie,
Almighty thing.
and it's all gone.
I'm still yet
Right.
to perfect that. I've been trying now.
Yes.
You need a Velcro
All I've got is the
onesie.
socks so
A
far.
Velcro onesie is what you need.
And you were saying something about the married life?
So the,
Oh, God.
I am not talking about the married life. My wife does not take off her clothes when she walks in the door.
Oh.
See, so it doesn't happen to all
Doesn't
women.
happen. It doesn't
exactly.
happen. That's what I'm trying to say.
Point proven.
No, she's
But in West Allen, it happens.
she. Well, you know what? You know what? Hold on. Let's call it. Let's call it what it is. He's got this. He's got the eye.
But she's
Contact's gonna
still-
pop
she's
out
like-
again.
It just made no sense to
No,
me. I
but
know we don't need
I'll
to
tell
dwell
you
on
what,
it, but
hold
it
on.
just made
the
no
eye
sense.
candy. She had a
on me.
great
Hold
brassiere
on.
going on. It looked nice.
Maybe
Anyway.
because she's a cop and she's all bundled up
Gunned
all day.
up.
She's got So at the end of the day, she wants to just kind of let everything breathe. And I said it that way on purpose.
I'm putting my hands up to this one. I don't know.
Who
I
knows?
Really, I don't
Who
understand
knows?
why they would
Okay,
have done that in the writing.
let's move on to Killer Frost. We don't know that she's that yet, but we meet Caitlin and Ronnie and their
Yeah,
criminals.
she did. She said Killer Frost.
But not at this point.
Yeah, when they were in the jitterbugs.
Yeah, but we're not there yet.
Oh,
talking about
We're
that.
not there
I
yet.
apologize.
Okay, so we're trying to go in order of the episode. for those of you
Chronologically.
guys. Yeah, we're going chronologically because we feel like that would be fun and awesome. And I know we keep getting ahead of ourselves and we want to talk about everything, and I do too.
stream is down.
But we have a photo actually of her after she like takes the money from people and kills people, and she's right there. She's a beast, man. She's got. I call this one 0 Fs to give, because she just does not. She's.
What did she say? She would get a. I'd take $1 million, or should I say 2? and then to obviously pick that. What is that, by the way? Is it an object or is it like
think-
two?
I thought it was money.
You
That's
know
what I'm wondering. Is it?
That's
Is
Earth,
it money?
that's Earth-2. That's Earth-2 currency.
Yeah. We're saying that's Earth-2 currency.
sure.
Because
She said,
because they robbed the
$1 million.
bank.
because they robbed the bank as well, didn't
They robbed the
How
bank.
strange! It looked like playing cards or like coasters almost, didn't
Yeah, yeah, and then but here's the
What
thing: like
wallet
on
would
Earth
you
2, it's
have?
like Zoom is running the criminal syndicate. You
Yes.
know, you don't move unless Zoom tells you to move. So I think we're kind of getting a glimpse into how bad things are on Earth 2 for everybody. And it's pretty.
But also how far ahead they are. Like somebody actually asked. Actually, I'm going to save that question because we're going to bring it up later on in the show. So I'm going to put that one on hold for a second. But they're very much show, although their attire and like the cars and stuff that we saw are very much show in the 50s. I think I'm right by saying the 50s.
Looks like it.
It looks like my eras aren't the best in the world. My decades aren't the best, but I'm pretty sure it was the 50s. But they also then seem very much so technologically advanced on the other end. Like everybody, can I bring up the metahuman app real quick?
Yeah.
Everybody's got the metahuman app on a watch. It's like everybody's got an Apple Watch in Earth 2. And that train, I don't know if there's any kind of significance to it, but every time they do an aerial shot or an aerial view of Earth 2, it always starts on that metro line.
monorail
The
type
monorail,
thing, yeah.
the metro, whatever it is it's called. So if there's any significance to that train, that metro, that monorail that you guys may think, let me know, just because it intrigued me. I didn't bring it up when we were sitting like watching it because I wanted to see what you guys wanted to say straight off the bat. So if you guys know, hit me up, let me know, please.
Freaky Flash Friday. We're gonna
Freaky
just say
Flash
everything's
Friday.
backwards on Earth 2, and we love it. Guys,
Except him,
except
Barry. Barry's a CSI guy.
Barry is, yeah, but yes,
I
he
kind
is.
of liked him.
So I mean,
liked
technically
Dorothy.
he wasn't.
still the same
Technically
dude.
he's not the same because Barry isn't that exact CSI guy. But it's although his persona is different this time. Not so much. So that's the way they're doing it with Earth 2. Mind revelation right now. Joe West, very nice guy. Who is he? In Earth 1. Who is
Right.
he? Police detective. Joe, I know I'm bringing it up and I apologize.
That's okay,
for
we're
cutting
about to-
right
we're
now.
about to go there.
Joe in Earth 2 is a dick.
Total.
Apologies for the bad language, but a total asshole. And what is he? He's like this loungy, like this rowdy, this, oh, I brought up the asset. I apologize.
That's
if I
okay,
cut
that's
you off
all
there.
right, that's
But
all
he's
right.
this like rowdy kind of like, not nightclub singer. What did they call them things in the 50s? I know in the 20s.
Jazz singer.
Like a lounge
Jazz
lizard?
singer,
Are you-
lounge lizard,
that what
yeah,
you were
that
going
kind of
for?
thing. I like that word for
He's-
it.
yeah, he's-
Yeah, so it seems as though not only, if their professions are different, it seems as though their personas and their personalities very much so are more different as well.
Okay, so yes, no, I couldn't agree with you more. Guys, just really quick, we're live right now, and this will be like available all the time, and you can tweet at us using the hashtag #TheFlashAS. We will answer you as we do, as you have and done, and we will do. You gotta love my yep. Because it comes out that way
I
sometimes.
love the way it
That's-
comes out sometimes. It makes
just-
me laugh, buddy.
That's just how it comes out. Just so you guys know, also, just a quick little thing. Lance also created this group for us called the Flash After Show Flash Family. Go ahead and join that one on Facebook.
It's not just a little thing.
It's
a big
huge.
thing.
It's huge. I know it's a huge thing. We're grateful to you, Lance. So go ahead and join that one too, because we are conversing there as well. So let's do that. Let's talk.
I'm waiting for you.
Barry talks to his mom, guys. We have to,
There we go.
this
We'll
scene,
go there.
guys.
We'll go
I
there.
have to say, this to me sent like it hit me right in the heart. Chills. I got chills, guys. Tell us if that hit you the same way.
It hit me in the heart, the stomach. I got gas when I saw that. I said, oh. I said
had real
heartburn, nausea,
tears.
indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Oh.
You needed some Pepto-Bismol.
Yes, I did. Oh.
That must have been such a confusing episode for Barry. Like, seriously, just putting yourself in his shoes right now, like being, like, obviously taking his Earth 2 counterpart out of the picture so that he could go and play his Earth 2 counterpart. Like, the mind effing that must have done to him. Like, even with the whole Iris stuff, it's like now when he goes back to Earth 1, he's going to be like, whoa, hold on a minute, this isn't my life, this is my life. And I feel like he's finding it very hard right now to differentiate between the two worlds. I've got to go with Harrison Wells. I don't believe that Barry should be trying so hard to save these people because they are Earth 2 counterparts.
I'm in agreement with you 100%.
Yeah.
I think that he got too
He got too attached to it, got too
sucked
involved
in.
too easily.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I do have to give kudos to Grant Gustin real quick, because that scene when he was on the phone with his mom, I know that we just talked about it.
Oh, I
whatever.
give you that,
The
yeah.
acting
It's
in
very
that
nice to see.
was beautiful. It was unbelievable. I was blown away by that.
I feel like they've done that a lot in season 2 itself. In season 2 itself, we've had a lot of emotionally and dramatic episodes so far. And in season 1, we didn't get a lot of those emotional scenes as much.
Yeah.
But season 2 so far, even just over since the mid-season return in itself, every episode has been like, you could really peel it apart and dig into the characters on it. So like I said, I don't know if there's any difference in the writer's room or anything, but this emotional kind of layer that you guys are adding to the Flash now is just, I really appreciate it, and I think it's really nice to see this happen.
I think it speaks to the character development.
It does.
Devon, yeah, I mean, they're really developing the characters. I mean, you're really starting to kind of feel for these guys now.
Exactly.
And you're seeing dimensions,
And
you know?
proof of that is, what did we say when, I know you're about to get there, when Joseph died, I just want to, because this is a connection right now, just because this is a connection with the character building, that proves, because when Joseph, the Earth-2 died, we were like, but whereas if that was Joe, we were said, like, we wouldn't have even done the show tonight if that was the actual Joe that died. We'd have gone home, we'd have cried ourselves to sleep.
Would have been a mutiny.
We'd have just, we'd have
left
rioted.
little notes on the couch, like in therapy.
Sorry, guys. I could have come back today.
2 things about that phone call with Mama, though.
Yes, please.
One, they used my favorite soundtrack film score from the first season, Second Chance. They played that during the phone call. I was like, oh, that's what hit me. And 2, she said Atlantis, tickets to Atlantis, like it's Disneyland. Like there's not a king of Atlantis down there running his people. Okay. And then she said, I need some grandbabies, a.k.a. the Tornado Twins, a.k.a. Barry Allen becomes granddaddy to Bart, a.k.a. Fourth Flash, rest in peace.
Hey, you know what? I read a thing that said that there was going to be a lot of Easter eggs in this episode, and they did not disappoint.
They did not disappoint.
We had some funny stuff going on Twitter, like people dropping us memes and stuff about the amount of Easter eggs and stuff.
There was
I don't think we even, sorry, I just feel like I don't think we even caught like the top 10% of all the Easter eggs. I want to go back and watch it again to get like everything that must be in there.
Hence why I'm so grateful that we
excited.
get to watch it on the East Coast time and then again on the
And then
West
go.
Coast time.
Hey,
Doesn't
thug
hurt.
life.
It doesn't hurt. Guys, we've been talking
Double
so much
Flash.
about Earth-2. And actually, before we go to Earth-1, we also have a little photo of Barry sitting here talking to Joseph. And I thought originally when I pulled this photo that it was Earth-2 Barry because he looks like him, but obviously he stole Earth-2 Barry, who we never see again, by the way. I don't know where they put him.
In the closet.
Yeah, he's just where is he?
Very good
Like,
point.
where is he? They took
point.
him and then
Surely when you get tasered, they don't knock you out for 48 hours,
Yeah,
right?
like, where's
Surely
the
it's just like,
Where is
Him
he?
and Barry. I feel like he's in the closet crying, like, Iris, come help me.
Yes, because he's kind of weak on Earth-2.
She wears the pants on Earth too,
Totally.
man. She's like, I said do this. I said stay here. I can't lose my daddy and lose my husband. And he was like, no, but I want to go. And you could tell that Iris was not used to the word no coming out of Barry Allen on Earth-2 ever.
It just goes to show lots of things, and so it was just interesting to see the relationship between Joseph and Bartholomew.
Don't you say his government name.
don't you say his government name.
Well, you know, but the hate, they didn't get along on Earth-2, which was another kind of flippy situation. But I want to move back to Earth-1 real quick.
Exactly, that's polar opposite compared to
That's what I'm
Earth-1.
saying, yeah. So Barry's not powerful, he's kind of weak, and he also doesn't get along with Joseph, who is Joseph on Earth-2.
All he needs is
But
to
he
be
has
stupid.
his mom and dad.
Which, again,
Well, we don't know if he got the dad, though. Cause
Yeah,
No,
because
she
he bought
did.
the
She did.
ticket
She
to
said
buy
on the phone for your dad and I.
My mistake.
But then she said, well, I should give them to you. So maybe something happened to the dad after he gave him the tickets. Because
Maybe.
then she said, maybe I should give them to you and Iris instead so you guys can have a romantic getaway.
Maybe they're just having like a rocky time. I don't know.
I agree. I'm just throwing something out there.
Mom's on the side like,
we're reading
"What you
into
calling
it
for?"
So back on Earth-1, we've got Geomancer showing up, who is basically just like a villain of the week, right? And he's causing all kinds of trouble, and he wants the Flash to come out. And then we have our little conversation between Joe and Jay, and he's like, listen, you know, Barry's out there trying to save your world. The least you could do is help out. And so then we get the what?
I want to talk about Caitlin.
We're gonna talk about Caitlin.
wanna
We're gonna
talk
talk about
about
Caitlin
Caitlin.
because Jay and Caitlin sit down and she's like whispering. She's like, I want to talk about Caitlin. We will. I want you to tell us. But they have their conversation, and he's basically saying the truth comes out about Velocity 6. Let's talk about that.
I mean, it's all you, girl. Break
Do
it
it.
down. Velocity 6.
Okay, so somebody brought it up in the Facebook group today, and you brought it up and we were talking about it. And listen, so here's the thing. What if Jay Garrick, that's in Star Labs, is actually Hunter Solomon, and the poor schmuck that we saw sitting on the bench that he was like, that's my Earth 1 double, is actually poor Jay Garrick, who's stuck there with no speed, unemployed, trying to figure out how to get back to Earth 2. But really, we got the switcheroo going on in Star Labs, and so this guy was talking about, oh, I don't deserve the way you look at me, and I really wanted more speed, so then I messed around with velocity. Wait, what? What do you mean you wanted more speed and you messed around with velocity 7? So you're a liar,
6.
which makes me think that maybe you, Jay Garrick, are Hunter Zolomon and you're actually Zoom, because in the comics, Hunter Zolomon is Zoom.
Bang. Shout out to Jeff Brum.
Okay,
That's what
I'm
it
gonna.
was? Yeah.
Shout out.
Now hold on a second. I'm gonna disagree with you.
Reel it back in.
fine.
No, yeah, I'm gonna reel you back in. I'm gonna disagree with you, and I'm gonna say why. Because first of all, the EPs on the producers on the show have said that they use the comics to take inspiration from, but they don't necessarily follow them. And so the Hunter Zolomon reference could have just been a tip of the hat to you, like, hey, we're just gonna throw the name out there. And also, my other reason for saying that I don't think Jay Garrick is actually Zoom or Hunter Zolomon, as you're saying, is because she's taken his blood and she's examined it and there's no speed force in it, and she noticed that the cells are dying. So how could he have pulled that off without her knowing?
It's in the suit. Just like,
The Black Flash suit?
yes, it's in that evil suit. It is in that suit, and that is why he's obsessed with it, because maybe he's telling the truth that the serum made it go away, but he figured out a way to put it into an entity, and maybe he already has Velocity 9, and he's messing with her, and he's taking everybody else's speed force because he's shoving it in that stupid suit.
She's very
But
very
if he's
adamant
there
about
with
it.
Barry, then why doesn't he's there with him every single day? So why didn't he just take his speed?
Everybody
evil
Thawne was
henchman.
there with Flash every day,
Thank
too.
you.
This is a good point. Okay,
But Jay isn't helping him get faster as such.
because he would
just wanted
he would
to
want him
say
to get
that.
faster to plump him up to take his speed. We know
He's
that
only
that's what he
staying for
wants to do.
Caitlin.
Guys, we're gonna move on from this right now. Where's my single thingy? You guys let us. Yeah, there we go. Let us know what you guys think at home. Do you think that Jay Garrick is actually Hunter Zolomon and he's Zoom? Let us know in the comments below. Let's move on to Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde.
Bang, bang.
I love our titles. I love the Bonnie and Clyde. So Killer Frost and Deathstorm attack the Jitterbug, which is what CC Jitters is on Earth-1, and this is where Barry kind of shows his speed, basically lets them know that he's the breacher, and then Joseph gets hit with the fireball. Right?
That hurt.
Right?
That hurt.
I know we kind of touched on that earlier, but we
They
gotta.
kind of play better villains than they do good guys.
I'm with you on that.
But I also think it's a little bit. I can't speak from experience. I mean, I would personally love to play a villain in a role. Like the Joker is like above. Superman is my number one, but then there's the Joker who just goes up there on a special shelf all by himself. But I think playing a villain, it definitely has a lot more fun, as we saw with Carlos, that I know we'll touch upon later, so I'm not going to go into it. As we saw with Reverb. So I feel like there was something about this. Caitlin, props to you. Daniel Panabaker.
Yeah.
You killed Killer Frost for me.
Yeah.
Like that connection, and the connection again that you had with Ronnie is wonderful, because obviously, as we know, that Caitlin has to feed off of his energy. So, and like she even mentions, isn't it great that the only man that I can kiss is the only man that I want to kiss? So their connection really was powerful. And Robbie, obviously, shout out to you, my man. Good to see you back on the show again. But Killer Frost, can't wait to see more of you, babe.
Yeah,
like really can't. Really excited to see more of her.
I think they have a cool little setup, too, with Zoom, and like, I was saying he's kind of like the apocalypse of this place, because he has
Yes.
4 horsemen.
Yes.
But, with Martin Stein, he's kind of stuck in there,
Well,
So
you
he's
just said that.
technically
Somebody
the
did
fourth.
ask that question. So in case you did miss that in the actual episode, Cisco said when they met in that little alleyway, Ronnie is Stein in there, and then Ronnie says, "Oh, I haven't let that guy out in years. I can't even hear him anymore." So we do know, because there was a lot of speculation going around, how was Deathstorm formed?
Yeah.
Was it the Earth-1 Robbie that got lost in the singularity? Was it him that merged with his Earth-2 counterpart? So as we now find out, it's actually Stein and Ronnie, but Stein's
So that's one thing that's not different, although it is,
Stein.
because Martin Stein,
Martin Stein.
the
professor?
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying poor. I didn't say
Oh,
poor.
poor Stein. I thought you had.
I
I thought you said
Poor.
who's Stein?
That's what I heard
No.
too. I was like, really?
I was
We've
like,
been
why
there
are
the
you
whole
guys
time.
explaining him to
'Cause
me? Are
it
you
sounded
kidding?
that way.
Did you forget who my dad is? I know who he is.
We apologize.
So, okay, Joseph dies, Iris cries. You had a shout out you wanted to do for. Tell me what you wanted to.
For Joseph Doctor, I mean, just a quick shout out at Trent_CX, you know what I'm saying? And at flashfans.org. Those are the homies, Flash CW fans.
That's the lady from my ends.
Hey.
She's from back in Dagenham. You don't even know where that lot's from.
How you do it, man.
Sure don't.
You
Not a
don't
clue.
want to know either.
But that was another really emotional scene too, when Joseph died and Iris was bawling out.
I'd like to say Grant took the took the emotional scene in this episode. I hate to break it to you, but I definitely thought Grant Gustin.
He
I
killed
was
it.
feeling it when
Yeah.
Grant Gustin was crying. When Iris was crying, I was kind of like.
Well, it's just because we don't like
I
Joseph.
was just gonna say.
You think that's what it was?
It's just because we don't like
You
Joseph.
think that's
If it
what
was
it is?
Joe,
If it was Joe, it'd be a
I'm
different
done.
story again.
I'm done.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
and I gotta just shout out props to the actors on this episode because everyone played their doubles so well, and the emotions that came through I thought were just fantastic.
It was like the Parent Trap gone wrong.
It was.
it really was.
They did
totally
good though. I
was.
mean, how they do it, how they actually shoot it and do it. I mean, I know there's tons of different ways of doing it. So to actually find out, I'd love to find out one day how they did their double shots on this world. So obviously, when we saw Barry and Baron, he was actually talking to each other. Was it a body double? Is it the way they like superimpose him on their later? If any of you guys know how to do it, I'm gonna try to find out myself.
Oh,
and
how
once
to
I
do
find
two
out, I'll let
in
you guys know.
one?
Visual
it's like
effects.
A mirror image.
Yeah, but I just said there's a million different ways of doing it, so I'd like to know how they specifically did it.
So
because
let's-
in Parent Trap it was a body double, so I'd like to know how they personally did it.
Let's first of all let us know if you know. But let's move on to the final segment. Flash save us. Flash save us. That was one of my favorite lines. So we've got Cisco has his weapon to stop Killer Frost, and they go to the thing. I know we kind of touched on what happened at the warehouse, but let's talk reverb and vibe.
Well, technically, Reverb was supposed to be his older brother.
Yeah.
That like everybody thought died or something like that. But I mean, I like the way they threw the name out there, and he was a cool little Cisco.
Yeah,
Cisco
yeah.
got a taste of not being just a comedic guy. He was like Francisco. And I was
Proper
like, oh.
Metro. Like real metrosexual, weren't you,
Yeah.
Reverb?
Well, would
like
it say
with
the
the samurai
samurai?
outfit and everything. We're just kind of like, again, massively polar opposite
Yeah.
to Cisco
Yeah.
that we know in Earth-1. So it was nice to see. I bet, Carlos, you must have had so much fun playing that part.
He did.
So much fun playing that.
So much fun and so much mascara. Oh my God.
And
he had
so
eyeliner
much.
on.
He had eyeshadow on. Are you serious?
Yeah, he had, like, dark-
brown.
That's
He
what I
had
meant to
dark
say.
eyeshadow on.
I didn't know
But
it
that
was.
also alludes.
I was checking it out. He had nice eyelashes.
We actually have a photo of them facing off against them. There's like a little showdown situation where they finally come in, and we've got Lautner who's like horrible shot instead of dead shot.
Shout out to Pulp Fiction for that scene where he comes up, and
Just
he misses
starts
all of them,
loading
and then
rounds
just like-
into him.
and then Barry hits a matrix with the fire. I was like, oh,
See,
y'all
now
clever.
that's why I wish I would have looked at who the director was of this episode. I hate not doing that. before
Quentin
I watch this
Tarantino.
episode. But that's what I'm saying. I'd like to know who it was because somebody's
Everyone
obviously
was just
taken a lot of Quentin Tarantino, a lot of that kind of stuff, and applied it into this kind of TV show, which is awesome. Who doesn't want to see Quentin Tarantino-esque shots in a Flash TV show?
then we'd have to see, like,
genius.
We'd have to see the end of the episode first, and then like the middle at the end,
Wait,
and then
what
the
did we?
beginning in the middle.
Wait,
Then it
back
would be
to
a proper
Legends. Sorry, real quick. I apologise. I know it's in Legends, but they all are kind of intertwined. In last week's Legends, there was a part of the episode where Arthur, what's his name, Rip Hunter and Catty, White Canary threw a guy in the back of the trunk, and then the camera was looking up through the trunk. So again, it was another very
Pulp
Quentin
Fiction-y,
Tarantino-esque
yeah.
Pulp Fiction kind of shot.
Yeah.
So well played directors recently. You guys doing good jobs.
I want to draw a quick parallel too, because while all this is going on Earth-2 and they're showing down, and we have the whole Pulp Fiction where he shoots and misses everybody, we've got on Earth-1 we have Geomancer happening, and Jay finally decides we get introduced to Velocity 7, which I thought was really cool because that's showing that we're on our way to Velocity 9, which is awesome.
Almost there. Two away.
Right. But one above Velocity 6, and
Yeah,
it
exactly.
worked. And then my favorite part, first of all, he does the whole shaky thing with the helmet, which was
That was
Even
dope.
Joe was like, "That's new."
yeah, that was sick. But I kind of really felt for him when he's like, "Well, you don't want to know what I can really do," and then he runs and then loses his speed and falls.
I laughed.
That was pretty. I was like, shit. Man, sorry for the language, but that bothered me. I was upset. I really wanted him to kind of take him out and be the hero for the
We
day.
haven't seen him do
what did you-
anything really cool yet.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Well, he did the.
in the back of the hat.
He almost died. He's lucky that Geo had to give a monologue first before
Before
he
he
killed him.
shook his
Yeah,
head.
He gave
like
the
if he just
Die
grabbed him
Hard
and killed him, that'd have been
monologue.
it.
The only thing I don't get, well, I mean, I guess they would have changed this Geomancer a little bit because of the comic book version of Geomancer. If you look him up, there's not really that much of him. He didn't
No,
appear
not
too
really.
often. He just comes up every now and then. But Geomancy is the art of manipulating earth and stone and stuff like that. So that's what his original powers were, to manipulate earth and stone. But obviously in this version of the Geomancer has a different kind, like he can just emit these shockwaves because Jay's head isn't made of stone or earth, so how is he going to vibrate his head in order to crack it?
It's
So I
got to be.
assume
It's got to be the vibrations.
He can actually make them vibrations himself.
Quick little parallel. Then Joe ends up shooting him, and bang, 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 doesn't
They
miss.
bounce off it.
He doesn't miss. Yeah,
Joe,
well,
you weren't trained in headshots, brother?
He's wearing armor. Okay, we have to just talk real quick about the Zoom consequences and the end of the episode, because we got to wrap up and then take some fan questions. But Zoom just shows up when Reverb and Deathstorm are just pummeling Barry, and they're just they're just literally pounding the guy into the ground. And then next thing you know, Zoom shows up and sticks his hand in Deathstorm's back. Done. He's finished.
I just love that Cisco was like, oh yeah, I really run this show here. And Zoom's like, what were you saying when I was in the other room? I heard you were saying something. Say it again, one more time. And then he just shakes them all in the heart.
Well, the thing I liked Cisco when he was laying on the floor, he kind of held himself a little bit as if to either recall us back to when it happened to him originally in Earth-1, or did he actually feel the pain himself?
No, I think it was more remembering when he felt it, when he had the vibe.
Because Barry said to Cisco, did I hurt you? And he's like, why would you hurt me?
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering.
There was the American.
I can do it, and I'll do it on
Why would
tape,
you
but you're
hurt
only
me?
going to catch it every
High
now
five,
and then.
Jack.
Why? That was a very medium level high. Like,
So-
high five I normally
I have a
consider
little
it. Yeah?
hand.
So to wrap it up, Zoom takes Barry into his dungeon, and Barry sees
Well,
Jesse.
hey.
And
Cheeky.
his well, you know,
Taken into a
that's how
dungeon.
Zoom works, man. He takes you to the dungeon and
trains you up.
and then puts you in a glass box.
Speaking of that, if anybody knows who the face kid
Yeah.
was with the stick,
We
please
have
send us the name, because
tons
we
of
can't really
questions.
think of who that guy. I can't think of it. And
I'm
then there was
gonna-
somebody in that back, like cage cattle corner to it.
Behind him.
Yeah.
Well, you were saying that you think that it's Wally, that he's got.
Oh, no, that was
Yeah,
actually
Jack,
me,
yeah.
because it was a light-skinned boy. But then I completely, the only reason I thought it would have been Wally is because obviously what's Zoom trying to do? Gather all the speedsters so that he can take away all their speed so that he can be number one. But I don't think it was him. Somebody brought up, I apologize that I don't have your Twitter handle or your name to shout you out, but I will try and find you. It's Morris Code. I'm not too familiar with this character, but apparently he commits and does stuff through Morse code. And the way he was tapping on the glass was very rhythmic. It wasn't just like, hey, trying to get somebody's attention. It was very much like, and that was a terrible clicking noise, I know. But you get my drift. Like, I would like it. Is it going to be a shout out to somebody? Is it going to be an actual development of a new character? Or are we just going to take this mask off? It's going to be like Baby Joe or like someone
hard to
really
say.
stupid.
We will find out. But so Barry is in the last place you'll ever see. Is he? We don't know. We're going to take a quick little break. Let us know, guys. YouTube live chat just below, and the Flash AS, hashtag the Flash AS. You can tweet at us right now. But we're going to be right back, and we're going to take some fan questions. See you in a little bit.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live. In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
Oh my God.
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here? No. Look at me. I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
he was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite fishing.
And we're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's so good.
You can't count anything out. Look at you.
It's been another awesome night at theStream.tv,
always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Welcome back to the Flash After Show, guys. Thanks for sticking with us, and thank you for being here. We see you guys talking, and we're gonna get to that in just a second. Also, I wanted to just do a quick little shout out to Nerd Talk. It's with John Lee Brody here on our at theStream.tv. Go and check it out. It's a really, really awesome show. I think you guys would totally dig it. And go ahead and subscribe to the stream, the stream right here, right now, while you're watching us. Right now, Jack's gonna hit the live tweets. Let's see what the Twitterverse is saying.
The Twitterverse.
Yes.
At Stevenson Johns 1. I love that name, Stevenson Johns. Hashtag the Flash AS. Do you think that Cisco, I love this question, will help Barry fight Zoom if he discovers more of his true powers?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I want to see him take Vibe's glasses from that alleyway. Like, because clearly Vibe's glasses,
He's done.
Reverb's glasses were a hell of a lot more
Earth
active,
frequency, remember?
And the frequencies and stuff. So like now he has a pair of glasses for Earth-2, pair of glasses for Earth-1. Eventually, if we're going to get into all the other ones.
I think it was foreshadowing definitely where Cisco's gonna go.
Cisco, it's definitely alluding to his.
Yeah, he's gonna
progresses.
discover that now. Like well, not now, but it's gonna happen.
Do you think possibly Cisco could slowly become that version of him as well? Do you think the power could get to Cisco's head? Because I don't, personally. I don't think...
Nah,
I think inherently he's a different person.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he has that bad bone in him, or do you think...
No, he's too good.
We don't even know what previous
Just
Cisco,
like we thought
Cisco
Caitlin was going to become Killer Frost, like, I don't think she got it. Like, I'm glad it's the Earth-2.
Are you glad it's the Earth-2
Yeah.
counterpart of it?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, because the way Reverb said to him, we could be gods, it kind of tickled Cisco a little bit. It did take him a step back. Maybe it was just because he frightened him and I'm talking straight out my ass. But, pardon?
I loved the Star Wars reference. Are you
Oh,
Darth
there was
Vader
so
and
many.
me?
Yeah, exactly. There's people going crazy about it as well. The Star Wars references were wonderful. But yeah, that's where I'm bringing it up from.
Yes. I think the answer is yes. Maybe Cisco will help him fight Zoom.
Oh, yeah, 100% he's going to. Cisco's like a main part of the team.
He has to.
Even if he doesn't have his powers, he's still going to be a huge part in saving him. To Nathan 8 Cook. Question numero dos. It's the limit of my Espanol. Do you think Earth-2 is in the past, or that's meant to say future, I got you, brother, of Earth-1? Seems like it could be both. That's where I don't get you. How on earth is it going to be both?
It's
Like
Yeah,
they
I don't
could have
know.
been reborn, like that was the past, and then we're moving to the future, and the timeline somehow became
alternate
different?
timeline, alternate world. It's totally not related to
think
Earth
so,
1.
but-
It's what he's saying, both in the past and the future. It's that steampunk 50s, like it's futuristic, but it's also in the past at the same time. It's like Cuba, except they don't have any future stuff.
It's like Cuba? Wow! That was throwing shade at Cuba right there.
Not shade, but you know, they have all the cars from the 50s. It's just, I'm like, they don't have the technology, but now they do because we got all political. Let's move on to question
You
3.
made me laugh. You pulled Cuba. You just related Cuba to Earth-1 and Earth.
You better hope we ain't got no Cubans watching.
Yeah, you better hope Cuba now watching.
They don't have internet. What do you mean? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just
Isn't this
kidding.
where Che Guevara comes in and just completely
Just
ends
murders
you?
me?
Just
Just
ends
left.
you.
All right.
Just
On to
kidding.
question number 3.
All right, do we have one more tweet?
Before
One more
we start going on more about Cuba, or Cuba,
Cuba Libre.
Cuba. I'd love to go to Cuba one day, by the way.
I've been.
You've been to Cuba?
Yeah, Canadian.
What does that
Wait, what?
mean?
That means that before this year, if you were American, you couldn't go. But let's move on to
Oh, okay.
Twitter.
Hey, that's quite interesting. Some
Last
people didn't
week-
know that, so we're teaching the audience
I
stuff.
didn't
I
know
didn't
that.
know
Yes,
that. so
Americans
I just
couldn't go
learned.
until this. Now they can go.
Americans couldn't go to Cuba until...
Correct.
But a lot of them did anyways. You just flew
So
into
We are
Mexico.
so
sorry
off
about that.
topic.
But anyways, Raven
Anyway.
Wolf HD, at Devon Stewart, at Jack Hind. Do you think we'll see Bart Allen down the line? Who's to say he couldn't travel back from the future?
Ooh.
Devon?
As much as I would love that,
Can I just bring this
Yes,
over to you real
say it.
quick? So obviously, again, I'm going to throw it to Legends, but these all intertwine, so this is constantly going to happen. They're going to be going to Central City in 2046. I believe I'm correct in saying 2046. So what I'm saying is, we're going to see Oliver Queen 30 years later. Are we going to see the younger Barrys? The younger Barrys. The offspring of the Barrys. And
well, you might see the
Iris.
Tornado Twins
That's
and a baby
what I'm wondering.
Bart.
Because we are going
But
to
I
see
don't know.
Connor Hawke as well, which
Yeah.
is obviously Oliver's son. And I'm going to assume they're going to be roughly the same age. Connor Hawke's probably going to be about 8 years older
Yeah.
because Connor Hawke's 8 years older now, right? Is he 8 years old now?
Well, it's
Connor Hawke, his son.
his son is William. He's not. He's not.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
different
totally
little boy.
different situation on that one in Earth 1. So
Where's-
it could be in Earth 2. This is making my head
Two?
spin.
I wasn't talking about Earth 2.
No, I know.
Well, we tried.
We're talking about future, but
The one in Arrow now, his son's name is William.
William.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's not
Bloody
gonna be-
have one
it's-
name for the kids.
yep. So.
And they were talking about seeing Arrow with the beard and the one arm.
Well, that's definitely
excited
happening,
about
That's happening.
and Connor
That was
Hawke is
cool.
100% going to be in Legends
He
of
is, but he's
Tomorrow
not
as well.
his son.
But he's not considered his son.
He's not his
That's
son in
right.
this.
That is
so, guys, to be featured on the show, tweeted us using you have been, but the Flash hashtag the Flash AS. We're gonna do some YouTube shoutouts real quick, and then we're gonna let you guys go. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Carolina.
E. Sanchez wants to know, what if dude in the iron mask is Eddie?
Ooh.
No, he had black hands.
Did he?
He had black.
It looked like he did, unless it was just
What
lighting
if it
and
was
shading.
gloves?
No, I'm pretty sure.
I don't
Maybe.
remember the
Because
shot
that was why I
clearly.
said, is it possibly Wally West? Because it looked like the guy had black hands. So that's just me. You guys can pause it and go back. Like I said,
Let us know.
In about 40 minutes, I get to watch it again, which I'm super excited about. So we're going to carry on this conversation.
Let's.
Yeah,
Do you have one
well,
more? That's
there you
it.
go.
Cool,
And-
guys. Yeah.
And at Jazzy_Lewis, at D-Rec in a Flash, and at Mikey7382.
Thank you. I'm so glad you got them
Was
two
that
just at
Flash
the
fan
end.
too? Was that Flash fan too? That
Yes,
wanted a shout
yes.
out? All right, good.
Got you, girl.
Guys,
Got you.
thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to tune in next week. It's going to be amazing.
Heck yeah.
Bye, guys.
Come back.
Always.
You want more from the Flash After Show? Hit that button and subscribe to theStream.tv.